بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Today inshallah ta'ala we continue with our fiqh of fasting. Inshallah that will bring rulings to the way that we fast and the depth of understanding. What do we do when we fast and how do we do it, and what breaks our fast and what enhances our fast, and what's permissible and what's not permissible, and what's the concession that we and allowance that we can take not to fast, and all these inshallah ta'ala as we learn more and more every day on these rulings. Inshallah, today, after we finished the fiqh of traveling, like when people travel, today we want to talk about the issue of, or a question comes, if people who can break the fast. So we want to know who has the allowance to break the fast. So we understand that we don't break a fast with no legit reason, and then we end up losing on one precious day of Ramadan. Remember, fasting during the month of Ramadan is not like any other fast. There is no comparison none whatsoever. So, who can actually break the fast? Who has the permissibility to break a day of fast during the month of Ramadan? So, we will say a traveler is one, a sick person is two, an old age person, that's three, and a person with extreme thirst, not just any type of thirst, but extreme thirst. Fifth is a person with extreme hunger. Six is a person with extreme exhaustion. Seven is a person that actually sets out for a mission to fight for the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to protect the boundaries of the Muslims and the Muslim country. Then a woman who is pregnant and a woman who is nursing. So these are the categories that allow a person to break their fast, just breaking their fast, that they're able not to fast. But then, as we spoke before, they have to make it up later on, and some are allowed to bypass that makeup, and we will talk about it a little bit more details. Now, what defines a sick person, right? So, because we said one of them is a sick person, so what defines a sick person? So, this is very important because some people, just a start of a headache or a migraine headache, and they say, well, I'm really sick, and they break their fast. No, it's not that light. So we have to be very careful that you know your body well. If it's really a migraine headache, and it starts mild, but then if you don't immediately treat it, then it's going to hit you bad. That is something that is legitimate and allows you to break the fast initially from the beginning as it starts. However, that does not apply on many other types of headache that people just feel, heavy head and headache and what have you, and they struggle through it, but that does not allow them to break the fast. So let's talk about, what if it is a mild sickness, whether it's a headache, flu, cold, allergy, many other things, even a little bit fever, all that stuff. What if it is considered to be mild? Now, if it's mild, then we're not permitted to break the fast. So this is no disagreement on that. We're good on this. Second stage or second category, sickness, a person with difficult sickness. It's difficult. Majority of scholars will go with the majority opinions they do not see it permissible for a person to break the fast of a day of Ramadan just because they're going through a difficult type of sickness. It's difficult, but it is not extreme. It's just difficult, right? It's a difficult headache. It's a difficult fever. A little bit difficult. It's a fever. A difficult dizziness. A difficult allergy, sneezing, running nose, whatever. It's difficult, but it's bearable. So the majority of scholars say that we're not allowed to break the fast. Imam Ahmad is the only Imam that says it is allowed, but it's disliked. It's not something that is preferable. Then the third type and category is when it's extreme. Now, by consensus, when it is extreme, all the scholars, by consensus, make it a must on the person to break the fast. So when it's extreme, then it's harmful. Remember, extreme, it means it's harmful. When it's harmful to the body, then this will make it an obligation on the person to break the fast. So see, that's the difference, subhanallah, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it is harmful on the body, then it becomes absolutely obligation to break the fast. It's the opposite of subhanallah. We Allah loves a moderation in everything. We have two extremes, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like extremes. Extreme, those who have any light sickness and they break the fast. That's not allowed. And those who have extreme harmful sickness, but they insist, they're so stubborn to push themselves toward the end of the day, allowing that to damage their body and hurt their body, but still they push themselves all the way to until Maghrib time. That's another extreme. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes moderation. And because it's moderation, remember that it is what we just explained now today. Okay, now is it required to feed 60 people? Okay, we said, I'm sorry, age people. A person who is a very old person that cannot fast this year, cannot fast next year. So they have to pay fidya to feed a poor person per day, per missed day. So they're going to miss 30 days because they can't fast. They're going to need to feed 60 people. So do they need to feed the 60 people all at once? No, they don't have to do it all at once. They can feed one every day. They can feed 15 people until half of the month and then another 15 people, or they can feed 30 people as long as they cover it, but they don't have to do it all at once. Um, so that's the traveler we talked about yesterday, sickness we talked about today, old age we just talked about it, extreme thirst and extreme hunger. It goes without saying that's harmful, right? It becomes very harmful and a person is risking his health. So they need, it's obligation to break their fast. Extreme exhaustion, a person that sets out to go and defend the boundaries of the Muslim country because they have to have strength and to be very strong and powerful, then they're obligated to break the fast. Now, the category of a pregnant woman and a nursing mother, those are also allowance to break the fast. However, those we will have a dedicated sessions for them because it pertains to it many other side rulings that we cannot inshallah cover today, so we can keep it short as I promised you for 10 minutes. Inshallah ta'ala, we will continue the series of fasting. Please try your best to commit with us so you can learn more and pass it on to others. As we said, this series will go from Monday to Thursday, so we will give you a break inshallah ta'ala on the weekend, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we will resume Monday inshallah ta'ala for the series. However, tomorrow, Friday, we will have general question and answer at 7 o'clock. General question and answer at 7 o'clock on Instagram. Inshallah ta'ala, we will do as YouTube as well, inshallah. So you can just post your questions on Instagram. When we post the story, just send your questions and we will answer them for you tomorrow. Inshallah. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك الله بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Inshallah, we'll see you on Monday or tomorrow for the question and answer. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.